Today we'll be revisiting the power bar strategy once more, and this time we're going to see if we can make it a little bit better. You know, on the last video, I did the strategy and everything. I got about like a 50% win rate. The results were not really great. They were okay. And so I said, hey, you know, leave me a comment inside of the video and let's see if maybe some of you guys know a better way to do this strategy. So maybe we can get some better results. And I did get a lot of replies and a lot of comments to this video. And there was one here that stood out by Pat M83X. And he says that the strategy works better if you use the second half of the candle. So I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense because, you know, we're working with a 2-minute time frame. And so I guess what they're saying is that, you know, after the first minute of the 2-minute candle, you're just going to wait it out. And we're going to wait and see what the color of the bar is on the Awesome Oscillator after the first minute of the 2-minute candle. Now, whatever the color is, we're going to enter the trade based on that. Okay. So it's a little bit of a tweak. And I have no idea what the results are going to be. So you guys get to see firsthand right on this video. And so, but this comment has gotten several other comments and replies. Some of you guys had several questions regarding his comment. And so hopefully I'll be able to address and explain how this works. And so, but really good feedback on that. So appreciate that, Pat. Thank you so much for the feedback. So, all right, well, let's just go ahead and jump in here and get started. So I'm using my full capital. Now, this is not something that I recommend for you guys. You know, if you're trying this strategy for the very first time, I would say, you know, maybe use like a demo account, or I know you guys sometimes don't like to use a demo. It's not as exciting because it's just demo. And also trades just seem to work better in demo. It's not like the reality of a pocket option. You know, you might use demo and then you'll go to the real account and then things don't work. And it's okay. So if you're going to use the real account, just use a really, really small amount, maybe like $1 or something like that. Usually that's kind of close to what we usually start off with here. But we'll also be using a risk management as well. And, you know, I don't recommend trading at all unless you guys have some kind of risk management. But I'm using the Wealth Warriors Trade Manager. This is a highly advanced trade manager with mathematical calculations. It allows you to win even if you have losses. So that's one of the great things about this. It's available to all of the VIP members inside of our private group. And you guys are getting extraordinary results inside of the group. We've got different screenshots and feedback and results. And that's the big thing is that, you know, we've got reviews and testimonials, but I think what really everybody wants to see is the results. And even for me as well, like that's what really makes the difference is, you know, are you guys really making money? You know, I mean, at the end of the day, now results are not typical when it comes to trading and results are not typical from the members inside of our group. I mean, most people lose money with trading. Let's face it. It's a very risky space to be in. It's a very risky thing. So just be careful with that, guys. So just want to put that up front. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump in here and I'll explain how to set this up. Okay. So the first thing you're going to want to do for this strategy is to set the time frame. Now, you're going to have to use the regular candlesticks, which I'm sure most of you have that set already. Now, the time frame is going to be 2 minutes, okay? And then over here on the expiry, you're going to set this to 1 minute. That's it. Now, because it's 1 minute, you guys are free to use real markets. For this video, I'm just used to using OTC, so that's what I'm going to be doing. You know, this way we can trade anytime. It is Friday, and you know, I don't want to get any whiplashes or any crazy price action movement on a Friday. So let's just use OTC today. And I'll be choosing assets that are paying out at least 92%, which is the highest payout amount that Pocket Options paying out at the moment. The payout amount right now that I have is 65%, so that's not going to work. Let's go ahead and switch this up a little bit. And also wanted to include that there is one indicator that you guys are going to want to use, and that is the Awesome Oscillator. It's right here, guys. So go ahead and click on that. And then also down here towards the bottom right of the indicator, you're going to find a little button here with a little arrow on it. And what that'll do is that'll kind of expand this oscillator just so it's just a little bit easier to see. It makes it a little bit larger. You know, here's before and there's after. So it just gives it a little bit more space to work with there. Now, when it comes to the settings, these are not the default settings. So you guys are going to have to come in here and change these. But for the period short, it's going to be 1. And the period long, it's going to be 100. Okay, so just make sure to make those changes there. Styles and colors, totally up to you. I'm just using the default colors. All right, so here's the new rules, right? What we're going to do here, and we can improve on top of this as well. If you guys still feel like, you know, there's got to be a different way, another way that we can make this even better, leave me a comment below. You know, give me your comments, guys. I'll go through the comments after the video and you know, see if I could find something that makes a lot of sense. And so, and we'll go ahead and try it out right on the video. So let's do that. So we've got a 2-minute time frame here, 1 minute expiry. I'm pretty much ready to go. Let's check out my balance here because we must enter this balance into the money management sheet. 3669.53. 3669. Okay, it's a little bit off there. 36, and I'm gonna go ahead and reset this. Guys, I recorded a video yesterday and I think it went on for like 30 minutes. Yeah, it was like 30, 35 minutes or something like that. And I recorded the whole video and I stopped the video and there was an error on my computer and it was not recorded. And I was so bummed. I was like, no. And I was going to have a video for you guys yesterday, but it just didn't work out. So hopefully today, I shut down a bunch of programs and stuff. My computer was totally overloaded and I should have known that. I should have known better. I had like Photoshop open and all this other stuff. And it just like, it totally crashed after the video. And I was so bummed out. Guys, I was like down in the dirt because it was a really good video. But let's just go back here and hopefully we'll just make a better video today to make up for it. So, but looking really good. And all we're going to do is just choose a chart, which we've already done. And this is really straightforward, guys. You don't really have to look at the overall trends if you don't want to. I mean, some of you do when it comes to this strategy. Maybe you'd rather take a buy on an upward trend and a sell on a downward trend. You know, that's totally cool, totally understandable. But let's wait for that next candle here. Let's get the trade amount for the first trade, and that's going to be 255. We're going to be doing 1 out of 10 on the trade settings there. So, okay, so we're at 1 minute and 50 seconds. And so the new rule is that we must wait until only the first half of this new candle that has appeared. And whatever the color of the bar is, down on the awesome oscillator, we will enter the trade based on that color. So we still have 30 seconds to go, and I'll just zoom in here, guys, so you can see this, but we've got 30 seconds to go, and this is how we're going to do it. Throughout this video, I don't know how long it's going to be. You know, we'll just take as many trades as we can. You know, we're working with a 1 minute expiry, so these trades are going to last a little bit longer, you know, compared to like the Fast 5 strategy or something like that, which is going to go much faster. But here we are. So 1:05, and we've got 3 more seconds for the half of this candle. And there we go. So we're still green. So in that case, see, we're green down here on the awesome oscillator. This bar here is still green after 1 minute on that 2 minute candle. So I went ahead and entered a buy. Okay. That's just how it's going to be, guys. So we got 1 more minute left. And we're just going to go ahead and hang out here. Hopefully we don't blow our account today. The most losses I've had in a row with the Fast 5 has been 8 losses. No, I have not blown my account. I've taken a few $100s and turned that into over $3,000. That's taken several months. A lot of you guys ask me, I don't know, it's taken a long time. Okay, I don't trade super risky on my videos. I don't want to be blowing up a bunch of accounts and stuff. I mean, because what's the point? You know, I want to be very conservative with my trading, and I don't want to just, it's real money, guys. So I want to use it and look at it that way. So, but so far so good. We've got about 3 more seconds to go, And okay, so that was a win, right? It was a win. Let's come back over here to the trade manager, mark this with a W, and we're just going to go ahead and create a new session here. Now that's just one win, guys. So it doesn't mean we're going to win them all, but we'll just see what happens. So that's one win recorded here, one session completed. We're still at 255 for the trade amount. That looks pretty good to me. And now we can stay on the same chart, and that's something that you guys can do. If you don't want to switch back and forth to different charts and stuff, you don't have to do that. I can just stay on this one chart here, and or we can just maybe switch something up. I guess if that looks a little bit boring, we could choose a chart that looks a little bit more exciting, where we've got longer candlesticks or whatever. Yeah, totally up to you guys. Okay, so this one looks interesting right here. Kind of a good ramp up here on the awesome oscillator. Now, right there at that 2 minute mark, or I'm sorry, the 1 minute mark, 1 minute left of that 2 minute candle, it was red. And the bar here, though, was red. And so I went in for a sell. I know that happened really fast because I'm trying to get in some more trades. But we went ahead and went in for a sell. Okay, that's the rule. We wait till after the first 1 minute of the 2 minute candle, whatever the color of the bar is at that time, we enter. Okay, so, and I can go back to the questions that we had down here. So you choose the color, buy or sell, in the last minute or few seconds. It's actually the last minute, according to what he says. The strategy works better when you use the second half of the candle, whatever the color of whatever the color is at that time. And could the strategy work in a regular trading session, in regular trading, binary options, or maybe, possibly? I mean, if you want to try it out. Okay, so what happened there? We were at the other screen. Let's go over here and check out the trades. So that was an L. So what we're going to do is go back over here, and we're going to mark this with an L, and then the trade manager gives us the next trade amount, which is 532. And it does this so it enable us, it can't even talk today. It allows us to not only break even, but to come out in profit with each of the sessions that we do. That's why this is super powerful. And so whatever trade amount it gives you, you're going to enter that in for the next trade. If you have a loss, and even if you have another loss, you're going to do the exact same thing. So 532. Let's go ahead and enter that in, 532. And we can try this one more time. We've got 2 more seconds left, so we're still red here, and maybe this will be a better entry. So I went ahead and entered a sell. We had a red bar here at the bottom. And but yeah, going back to the comments, you can try this strategy in other markets, in other forms of trading and stuff like that. I understand it's forbidden there. And so, hey, whatever works for you. So if the awesome oscillator changes color before the 2 minutes is up, you go in for a short if it's red. Yeah, so it's right at the, right after the first 1 minute of the 2 minute candle. That's when you look down here and look at the color of the bar. Whatever it is, whatever color the bar is, that's the direction of the trade that you take. Okay, so let's wait this out, guys. We've got 12 more seconds to go. Looks like it's kind of working. But I can see it's a little bit kind of a different result than the original method, and that's okay if we get an L in there. Let's go ahead and continue trading 11.10. And now if I get if I get multiple consecutive losses on one chart, I'll change the chart. I'll just go to something else because this, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. But so far, so good. We've got about 36 seconds to go. It looks like this is going to eventually come down here. It may come down. It's only going to do one of two things. It's only going to go up or down. Hopefully, it'll go down in our favor. And so I'll take one more trade on this chart. We've got 19 more seconds to go. And then we'll enter here. So hope you're all doing good today. And yeah, I was kind of bummed out about that video yesterday. Yeah, I've been trying to quit caffeine or lower lower the dosage of caffeine recently. I've got a pretty gnarly caffeine addiction problem. I think most people do. I think most people are addicted. It's been affecting me. It's been giving me some anxiety and stuff like that for a little while. And no matter what I do, like it just overpowers everything. No matter if you take any ashwagandha or if you meditate, it just seems like when you've got caffeine in your system, it just overrides that. So yesterday I did a whole day with no caffeine at all, like zero. And I actually feel better. I had a little bit this morning, but not as much. Like we're talking like a quarter of an ounce. And I kid you not, I actually measure it. And even like a half an ounce, it has a way to affect me for some reason. Like I can still feel the effects of the coffee, even at a half an ounce. Whoa, this is like, so that was so close, guys. But you know what? Let's go ahead and log it. So let's mark it with the W. And I want to make sure, because I think it's coming down. 255. 36.74. Yeah, looks good. 255. Let's go ahead and put this back. So that's how the trade manager works. It just keeps you in profit. If you win one, in my case, if I win 1 out of 10, I'll come out in profit after each session. So that's the main goal for my videos, is to come out, end up with more money than what I started with, from the beginning of the video. And so normally I don't really keep track of, I don't look up here at my balance, and I just trade, guys. I think I forget to tell you, or I forget to call out what I start with, because I don't really think about it that much. Okay, here we go. So we're entering again on a red bar here after the first 1 minute of a 2-minute candle. And so looking pretty good. Let's go back to the comments. Second half means you can explain. Okay. You mean 2-minute candle? After 1 minute, we can use it. Yes, that is correct. Agree. I trade it with the second half of the candle and it works better. Okay, awesome. So Jaron says, Jaron C says that he does the same thing, but he uses it and it works good for him. So I also took a trade after the bar before was the same color. Yeah, because the thing is, guys, the bars, like they change colors. So it might appear red right when the new 2-minute candle appears. And that's how we originally did it on the last video. But usually like you'll enter, like if it's red, you'll enter, but then it'll change green. And I think by doing it this way is that we're giving it a chance to really kind of figure out if it's going to be red or green. And so that's why we're using it this way instead. But that was an L. 532. There we go. 532. Awesome. And so we've got 30 more seconds to go before the next candle. So let's just go ahead and wait that out. So yes, I was looking at it and that makes sense. And he wasn't doing the two entry. Yeah, I wasn't doing, I didn't do the 2 entry rule thing. Just for whatever reason. And I'm not doing it on this video as well. It's not because of any big reason why I'm not doing it. I just want the freedom to just take the trades, just kind of going by the basis of the strategy. And that's what I'm doing. So here we go. So after 1 minute, I went ahead and entered a sell, and it's another red. So it looks like it's coming down slowly. But I need a little bit more of a push down there, pocket option. Come on, give me a little bit more push down, like it really wants to come down. But yeah, so we've got 40 seconds to go on that. What else we got here? Seems like you should wait about 3 to 5 seconds after the candle is formed. Yeah, just to make sure that the color of the bar is more accurate. Yeah, so that was... I was thinking the same thing. Private 3 Island, yeah, I totally agree. Maybe wait just a few more seconds because it was switching back and forth. Instead of a 2-minute candle, try 30 second with a 5 second. Okay, so there you go. That's also an idea. So kind of like the power bar with the fast 5 kind of combo mixed in there, but that's an idea. Okay, so that was an L. Let's mark this with an L over here, 1111, and let's go ahead and put that. And let's just wait here. Okay, so I don't know about the power bar, but I do know some of the patterns that I figure out by seeing charts like hours for a long time. Okay, so like not even minutes. I think, are you saying that figure out by seeing charts like hours, using hour timeframes, which seems like it could be a long time in pocket option. It works better with a strong trend up or down. Okay, cool. Yep, we got to try that as well. Mark, in Fast 5 strategy, is there an indicator? A lot of you guys asked me if there's an indicator that makes the Fast 5 strategy work better. And guys, and up until this point, I have not really found any indicators to assist the Fast 5 strategy, because I've just been using the original Fast 5 for so long. I have not really tried to use other combinations with different indicators to see if it improves the win rate at all. And I think the reason being is because it's only 5 seconds, guys. And, you're really working with just like a bunch of noise at that level. Anything can happen within that 5 seconds. However, after doing the Fast 5s for so long, I'm really used to looking at and identifying the momentum of that 30-second candle when I'm doing that strategy. And I think over time, I've developed a good eye, and just from doing it for so long. And I think that's why I'm getting good entries, just because of that. But we've got 2 more seconds, guys. It looks like, there we go. So I would say overall, it feels like this is a little bit better. It really does. It makes a lot more sense if you want to wait for the first 1 minute. So yeah, I would say go ahead and give this a shot, guys. Let's do another trading session here. And what's going on with the internet? Okay, so there we go. All right, so 255. Let's go ahead and knock this back. So definitely try this out, because we've got a lot of members in the group that just rave about the power bar strategy. Now, the power bar strategy was originally put out by the Lone Wolf Trader. Okay, that guy's a legend. He doesn't come out, you don't see him that often, but when you do see him, he always comes out with a really cool strategy. And, he just comes out of the woodwork randomly. So when he does come out, always make sure to be there in the group. But most of the time, he'll post some really, really good tips. So this is another sell here, guys. Missed that little jump down there. After the first 1 minute of that 2-minute candle, I went ahead and went in for another sell. We've got a red bar here. Yeah, so used to talk about the Lone Wolf Trader all the time, and showing his secret facility and everything like that. That was the original power bar video, and wish I could bring that up on the screen right now, but I'm right in the middle of a trade. So, yeah. Let's just wait this out, guys. So we've got 15 more seconds to go. Is it going to hit? I don't know. It's pretty close, but the price action, it's moving really, really slow. So I don't think this is going to end up in a W. That's okay. So it did turn green, and that's just to show you, even after 1 minute, the candle, it could still change colors. Okay, so just keep that in mind, guys. Let's mark this with an L. That's going to be 532 for the next trade. And what I'm going to do here, let's do something real quick. Let's go to my YouTube channel. And what I'm going to do is go to videos. Actually, I'm going to search for power bar. I think it's 2 words. Here we go. So the color. This is the original. Is this it? Yeah, this is the original power bar strategy. And this is the Lone Wolf Trader right here. and he's inside of the private VIP group. Now, this is the Lone Wolf Trader, his private facility. This is his desk that he's shared. He is a Cowboys fan, God first. That's awesome. And he's even customized, he's made his own skin for the Wealth Warriors Trade Manager. But you can see, if you look, he has some power bars right on his chart, if you look back here. And so, but this guy is serious, and he's been giving a lot of good tips and stuff. And he's always like trying different new strategies all the time. And he comes up with some really, you might not see him a lot, but when he shows up, he's always got like a killer strategy. And it works really well right when he releases it. And so just wanted to give him a shout out, man. And that's awesome. So it was really nice to have you, because I think a lot of the strategies that we've talked about on this channel have came from the Lone Wolf. So really hardworking guy. And but yeah, really nice to have him around. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and take another one here. So 532, and let's just wait another 50 seconds. Now, guys, we can change the chart here. Let's do that. So let's just choose something right here. And sometimes I don't like to zoom out because it really skews my decisions. If I feel like the price is coming down to a support area or a zone, then I might feel like I don't want to take a sell because I might feel like it's going to bounce off that zone or something, but that's okay. So I like to just keep it kind of zoomed in sometimes. Looks like we're kind of going sideways here. And I'm just choosing a chart here, whatever looks good. This looks like it might be coming up a little bit. I don't know. We just don't know what's going to happen, guys. We got about 7 more seconds to go. And so let's just go ahead and wait this out. And there we go. Yeah, so I've been really struggling with this caffeine thing. Really, I've cut it down dramatically, and I felt better. But it just seems like wherever you go, I was at the dentist office a couple days ago, and I just walked in there, and there's just like a wall of coffee machines and stuff. It just seems like no matter wherever you go, I mean, coffee is freaking everywhere, and it's free. I went to the car dealership to get some maintenance done, and there is coffee machines like lined up. It's like they're throwing the coffee at you like all day long. And it doesn't really matter. I mean, even if you go to a health food place, it's like there's still coffee machines, and so it's like it's hard to escape it. It's just always there, and so it's been really hard for me. And my significant other was saying that, you mean I'm going to lose my coffee buddy, And I just kind of, oh man, that hit me in the heart. So I was like, yeah, I don't know, guys. So I had a little bit this morning. I'm feeling okay, but I'm really cutting back. And that's just a personal thing that I'm dealing with. And everybody has their challenges. I'm not a smoker. I don't drink alcohol, but the caffeine thing, man, it just gets you sometimes. But guys, I would say, so what's the final verdict with this new method? Again, yeah, so definitely want to give another shout out. The YouTube doing so well. And okay, what's going on here? Yeah, there we go. Want to give another shout out to Pat for bringing this to my attention. Taking the trade and using it in this way. With the second half of the candle, and I think it's giving us some better results. I think where I was at 5 or 6 in a row on the last video, but this one it seems to be more effective doing it this way, and I think it just gives the bar here enough time to kind of figure out which direction the price is going. And so maybe it's a little bit more accurate. But then again, at the end of the day, guys, we just don't know. It's going to go up or down. If you guys want to join us inside of the group, and if you want to get a hold of the Trade Manager and all of our cutting edge tools, we have other 30-day compounders and stuff like that. But you guys can get all of this by joining the Wealth Warriors Alliance. This is not a monthly fee or anything like that. Okay, there's just only a one-time thing. It's not a reoccurring bill or anything, guys, but there is a fee, And, most of the traders, they get in there, they start trading, they can make back that fee in the first few days or whatever trading. We have a lot of members that do that. We've got over 2,000 members right now. And there were many traders that were really never profitable until now. They've tried everything. They've tried Forex, futures, indices, stocks, crypto. And many traders have really never had a lot of fun. Until they've joined the group. We try to keep it a very positive environment. That's just the way we run things. And so we want to keep it a nice, safe place for you guys to come if you want to, talk about other things like mindset. So we do have a mindset channel as well inside the Telegram group. But that's the group, guys. And it's also includes strategy videos. There we go. Strategy videos and stuff over hours of videos and different strategies that I've included that will help you understand how to trade the markets, and also just tips and tricks on when you're trading with Pocket Option and how to prevent yourself from losing money and stuff like that. So all that's included inside of the group. But I appreciate you all coming out today. That was an awesome session. And we've got 3671.91, so I'm pretty happy with that. We've ended the video with more money than what we started with. And I think at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. So try it out, guys. I wish you all the best of success. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you on the next video. Have a good day. Take care.